Hello there, welcome back to her story. We're just gonna continue off from last time then. So this time I'm a little bit more organized. I actually went through the whole list of keywords that I already used and made a new list of words that I haven't used it but have written down. And they're also in vague order of importance, so hopefully we're gonna find out even more interesting information this time. Now I also saw some keywords from the comments section, and I want to go back to that too. If you remember, there was one clip that we found out she was taking a lie detector test of some sort, and I didn't pursue it further, so we're gonna do that right now. Well, first of all, why not just a lie detector? Look at that. This seems fruitful.
Yes, I'll take a lie detector test.
That was kind of an interesting clip. Because you know how we don't get to see the detective or hear the detective's questions? That was kind of like a cheating way to get the word lie detector to be in that clip.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
That's actually a great question. I don't know.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Okay, so we can confirm that this one is Eve then. If Eve as a person even exists, of course. And I remember someone said that Hannah has a ring, but does Eve also have a ring in her hand? Let's see if we can
I've never taken a lie
see from
detector
this
test
clip.
before.
Oh, the subtitles are kind of... Oh no. It doesn't seem like she has a ring, but at the same time, it's also because she has that lie detector stuff on her hand, right? So, inconclusive. Inconclusive. Let's see. Truth. Truth? Okay. True?
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Wow, there was a lot of information in that one. I just want to quickly see the subtitles. We don't have to watch it again, but... This sounds like she's already talked about killing Simon. I think so, but I can't be too sure. Put some space between me and them. Who? Who is them? Everything I told you before is true? Glasgow? Car accident. Worried about the baby. Yeah, so Eve is also pregnant? That's really... Is it also Simon's kid? Both Hannah and Eve were impregnated by Simon? That's... A&E. I don't know what the A&E is. Is that some expression I'm not familiar with, or... I decided that she was more important to me than Simon. The baby or Hannah? I felt like that was an important one, but I have no idea what to tag this as. Talking about... I assume what happened after Simon's murder. Car accident. Phoning Hannah. Yep. And along the same lines, let's try false. Nope. Hey, I wonder if yes and no would actually yield some results, because in a lie detector test, right, don't you ask someone a question and then they either say yes or no? Although I think it's a very, very vague term. Oh, there you go. Lots of entries though, so not a good keyword.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Talking about investigating their house to see where Simon is. Oh no, this is so silly, but it yields results, so whatever, man. Whatever works.
Black coffee, thanks.
Coffee?
No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Ha 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 ha. Coffee, I feel like might be a good one too. Oh, by the way, I haven't been using the box as much. Oh my god, I keep clicking the wrong one. Yeah, because I've been writing them down in real life, and I think doubling on it is kind of, well, a waste of time. And I'm just gonna mainly use this add session thing to store important clips.
Is married couple stuff? A stupid argument, nothing specific.
Argument.
No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
Okay. Let's see here. Bruise. Hannah and Eve fought one time. Oh my goodness. It's all on different days too.
Bruise? Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
She has a bruise on her face? I couldn't really tell from that clip.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
So it sounds like the day before, or the last time she came, 25th, they asked her about her face and she talked about the bruise, and then on this day, they asked, hey, how come your bruise is gone? And she's trying to explain away why it's gone, but is that because one of them is Hannah and one of them is Eve? Or, I don't even... Makeup! Makeup can hide bruises, right? It's... very ambiguous, like this entire thing.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits. If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too.
This sounds like psycho talk. If one of us got hurt, the other would have to be hurt too. That's either something completely insane, or Eve and Hannah exist in the same body, and by that I mean she has some sort of split personality disorder thing. Like right now, we still have no proof that, is it a twin thing or is it like a split personality thing? I don't think there's any definitive proof just yet. And this does sound like crazy talk.
Anyway.
Synchronized, that might be a good word.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
Whoa.
It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Now, I'm not familiar at all with how multiple personality disorders work. So if I say something very not PC, then I do apologize in advance. But do they usually have like one personality would be the opposite of the other? Because it kind of, like, if Hannah is the base personality, if that makes sense, she created Eve so that Eve could do things that Hannah couldn't. So that's why Hannah is the shy one, and then Eve is confident, outgoing, and doing all the assertive stuff. I don't know. But, again, this sounds like complete crazy talk. This is really freaky. She took the test. She took the driver's test for them. Does that mean she took it twice? Huh. That seems like it might be an important differences between Eve and Hannah. Let's see here. Tattoo. Was there a tattoo mentioned before?
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Okay. An apple and a snake. Now, stuff like wedding rings, you can always take it off and put it on again. But tattoos or physical marks like scars, bruises, those are a little bit harder to fake and would really let us know if Hannah and Eve are the same person or not. Apple and a snake, I wonder if that has any symbolism. I'm not familiar with any tales involving apples and snakes.
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
So this Eve is saying she has a tattoo, and on July 1st we could actually see the tattoo. So the person on July 1st, was that Eve, or do we have any evidence that it might be Hannah? Now I know on this day, on June 30th, it was Hannah. And I know this because I checked earlier, not because I have amazing memory, but she was blaming herself for talking about Eve here, I think. Yeah, what are you doing talking about Eve? So can't prove it just yet.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. but he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Okay, that sounds like she was talking about the first time she met Simon. The whole time, Hannah had been the one seeing Simon. So Hannah has been telling Eve about Simon. Like, oh, you know, today I went out with Simon, you know, on a date or whatever, right? But Eve never directly interacted with Simon until this moment, I guess. What I found interesting about this particular clip was, let me see if I can find the line again. He didn't tell me he was married. So this is after Hannah and Simon got married already. He didn't tell me he was married. So to me, that indicates either one of two things. Number one, he's looking to cheat, to have an affair. Or number two, Eve is Hannah. So is he playing along? Like, if we go with the multiple personality thing, is he playing along with the whole multiple personalities, or?
Tell me he was married.
Difficult. Let's see here now. Affair.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Well, if he was, I don't think you would know.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
She's getting very agitated talking about this. That seems likely to be related to the motive of why they killed Simon, maybe.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
You seem kind of psycho, lady, so I don't know whether I should believe everything you say or not. Sometimes it's hard to remember, or it's easy to forget, rather, that everything... What the hell is that? SB is asking me if I'm done yet. No, hell no. Whoa, I can see my reflection. Oh, so I can call him. Huh. SB. Can that be the name of anyone we know? I don't think so, right? Simon. Of course it's not Simon. Okay, well... Okay, it's just like randomly in the middle of the... It's not even like an icon or anything. That's so weird. But what the heck? That completely destroyed my train of thought. Did we watch these already? I think we did. I was in the middle of typing polygraph. Nope. Miscarriage?
I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Oh, hey, she doesn't have a tattoo here, by the way. I know earlier I said that tattoo might be a more permanent indication of whether they're two separate people or not, but I mean, if you think about it, like an inked tattoo would be hard to get rid of, but if it's like a, what do you call those ones? The ones you give to kids? The water ones? Like a water, I don't know what you call them, but those ones, those would be pretty easy to get rid of. The things like bruises would be very difficult to fake because you can never get it to be exactly the same as another one.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Infertile. By the way, the reflections seem like a woman. It seems like it's not that simple. Somebody had mentioned in the comments that, can I find this? We needed a freedom of access thingy to get to the archives. Because if you think about it, if we were actually the police, why would we need that? Wouldn't we automatically have access to this? So it could be that we're Eve or Hannah's baby all grown up or whatever. I think we're blonde, judging from the reflection. And wasn't Eve blonde? I can't remember. Blonde wig? Pff, well, she could have dyed her hair, but eh.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
I think that's all the ones related to the lie detector. Well, that wasn't even related to the lie detector anymore at the end. But baby.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
She seems to be repeating a lot of these stories. Like, obviously it's very difficult to keep up with all the details, but I'm sure we've heard those details before, like the moving in with Simon's parents. Like, I don't know if she's repeating it because it's Hannah and Eve saying it, so to them it's not repeating it, or like what?
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
So I'm gonna end off here with this line for now, this line of questioning, because I don't see any more related keywords on my list here. Or maybe we can search for maybe sex. Whoo, gold mine.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
I would actually agree with her. Why are they asking about that?
Are you married? How is your sex life? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
10 years of marriage. 10 years of marriage, that's really long. So I think that significantly decreases the chances that Simon did not know about Eve. 10 years is a long time.
No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Can we do a little math here, actually? If Simon and Hannah got married at 17, and they were married for 10 years, and Simon's dead now in 94, so that means in 94, Hannah and Eve would have been 27. God, I hope I'm doing this right. And we are currently accessing this database from the current year, 2015. So, 2015, between 2015 and 94, it's 21 years. Which means, theoretically, if we had a baby in this year, the kid would be 21. So if she's 21, that would be plausible that she's the one looking at the database right now. Probable? I don't know, but possible.
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Family. Good keyword. Carl. Carl is, I guess, our first boyfriend, or like at least a boyfriend before Simon.
Was he my first?
What the hell?
No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15. Family.
Family.
So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon. Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share.
Jealousy.
Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
That seems very, very unlikely. Swapping clothes back and forth in the toilet multiple times during the course of one night. There's no way Simon wouldn't have noticed if this actually occurred. I think anyway, that's... Oh, maybe they aren't twins. God, I am so confused. How about jealousy? Or jealous? Just that one. Alright. Family. Family.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Date?
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me.
Eve.
We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid, and he bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
So Simon and Hannah had a shotgun wedding. So maybe it's even possible that before they got married, he didn't know about Eve. And then, I mean, well, I'm going with the multiple personality thing right now, not the twin thing. So maybe after they got married, Simon found out that she had some mental troubles. And you know, maybe back in 94, maybe they didn't do the whole divorce thing as much back then because they're all traditional and stuff, but don't know, throwing ideas out there. Shy came out quite a few times. Apparently not that many times. I think I've exhausted this line as well. Synchronized, kind of a rarer word. I don't know if it'll show up all that often. I didn't spell that right, did I? Oh, with a S maybe? Hey, but we had the synchronized one earlier. Okay, just that one. Believe it or not, we actually haven't searched the term mirror thus far. Ah, well.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
She used the mirror that Simon made for her to kill him. Holy shit. Well, I'm assuming it's the mirror, but broken? Maybe shard?